In a world full of high-tech machines and expensive upgrades, there are a few excavators that refuse to be replaced. Built like tanks, forged from real steel, and trusted by operators who know what true reliability feels like. These old legends are still outworking machines half their age. No fancy electronics, no fragile sensors, just raw power and engineering that refuses to die. Get ready for the 10 old excavators still running better than new ones. The machines proving that sometimes old school beats new school. Number 1. Caterpillar 320 series. There are excavators, and then there are machines like the Caterpillar 320 series, arguably the most successful and trusted 20-ton excavators ever built. When Caterpillar introduced the 320B and later the 320C and 320D throughout the late 1990s and 2000s, their philosophy was simple: build a machine that lasts longer than anything else in the field. And they succeeded brilliantly. These machines were engineered at a time when heavy equipment was still mostly mechanical and electronic components were used sparingly and smartly. That balance created a legendary reputation for durability. Owners commonly report 15,000 to 1,000 plus operating hours on original engines and hydraulic pumps, something you rarely see in newer excavators burdened with sensitive emission systems and complex electronics. The CAT 320's hydraulic system was designed around smooth, predictable power rather than aggressive output. This reduced heat, lowered internal friction, and protected components from unintended stress. The robust undercarriage, thick steel plating, and well-reinforced boom and stick make the machine ideal for everything from digging foundations to demolition. Maintenance is another reason these machines still outperform modern counterparts. Caterpillar put a strong emphasis on service-friendly design, wide-opening panels, clearly labeled filters and wires, easy-access pumps, and logical hose routing. A mechanic can diagnose and fix a 320 in the field in a fraction of the time required for newer machines that demand laptop diagnostics and proprietary software. Additionally, the worldwide availability of OEM and aftermarket parts makes the 320 series a long-term asset instead of a liability. Even in remote regions, you can source filters, pins, bushings, pumps, travel motors, and engine components at reasonable prices. This keeps the machine productive for decades. For many contractors, a well-maintained 320C or 320D will outperform a newer machine simply because it stays running longer, handles abuse better, and costs significantly less to repair. When it comes to old excavators still working better than the new ones, the CAT 320 is often the first name mentioned, and for very good reasons. Number 2. Komatsu PC200 series. The Komatsu PC200 is one of the most respected excavators in construction history. Across Asia, the Middle East, Africa, Europe, and Australia, this machine gained a cult-like following because of one core principle: Komatsu overbuilt everything. Whether you look at the frame, boom, hydraulic pump, or engine integration, the PC200 was engineered for brutal conditions and extreme longevity. Models such as the PC205, PC206, and PC207 became particularly famous due to their long-standing durability and predictable power delivery. Komatsu's hydraulic design uses a smooth flow system that prioritizes stability over aggressive digging force, which protects seals, valves, and pumps from early wear. As a result, it's common to find PC200s still operating after 20,000 hours, especially in companies that maintain them regularly. One of the biggest advantages of the older PC200 series is its simple electro-hydraulic system. While modern excavators rely heavily on sensors and processor-managed hydraulics, older Komatsu machines use rugged components that remain stable even as they age. This makes them far less prone to shutdowns caused by sensor failures, wiring faults, or software mismatches, issues that plague many newer machines. The PC200 is also known for its ease of service. Mechanics love working on them because the parts are modular, hoses are intelligently routed, and major components can be accessed without tearing the machine apart. Komatsu's global footprint means parts are available almost anywhere, from OEM stores to highly competitive aftermarket suppliers. This reduces downtime and keeps operating costs low. Another reason these machines outlast newer models is their engine and cooling system reliability. The Komatsu engines paired with these machines rarely overheat, even in hot climates. Strong cooling, thick radiators, and robust fan setups ensure continuous work even in dusty quarry environments. Due to its simplicity, reliability, and global popularity, the PC200 series remains one of the best examples of an old excavator outperforming modern tech-heavy machines in real-world conditions. Number 3. Hitachi EX200 series. The Hitachi EX200 is often called the Forever Excavator, and that nickname isn't an exaggeration. These machines, particularly from the EX202, EX203, EX205 generations, earned a reputation for unmatched reliability and hydraulic smoothness. Hitachi's engineering philosophy focused heavily on robust hydraulic systems, strong boom geometry, and highly reliable engine integration, which together turned the EX200 into a global favorite. What makes the EX200 so legendary is its jaw-dropping hydraulic reliability. Hitachi pumps are considered some of the strongest and longest-lasting in the industry. They operate at balanced pressures that reduce stress on hoses and seals. This is why so many EX200s still run with their original hydraulic pumps even after decades of service. Operators often say the EX200 feels alive because of its smooth joystick response and consistent power delivery. Structurally, Hitachi over-engineered the boom and chassis. These machines are known for having exceptionally strong frames that rarely crack, even when used in harsh demolition or rocky excavation environments. This structural integrity means that older EX200 units can still lift, swing, and dig with surprising precision and power. Another reason these machines stay productive longer than modern excavators is their minimal electronic dependency. The EX200-era machines rely mostly on mechanical fuel injection and straightforward hydraulic logic. No complicated sensors, no vulnerable wiring harnesses, no emission system headaches. This simplicity is invaluable in countries where fuel quality varies or where diagnostic equipment isn't widely available. Parts availability also plays a huge role in the EX200's continued dominance. The machine was sold in enormous numbers worldwide, ensuring a massive supply of new, used, and aftermarket parts. Mechanics know these machines inside out, reducing labor time and repair costs. Whether it's construction, quarrying, forestry, or deep trenching, the EX200 continues to outperform younger rivals that struggle with electronic complexity and sensitive components. Simply put, the Hitachi EX200 is one of the greatest excavators ever built. Number 4. Volvo EC210. Older generations. Volvo's modern machines are known for their comfort and fuel economy, but the older EC210 models, particularly early 2000s versions, earned a reputation for being almost unbreakable. These excavators combined European build quality with a hydraulic system that delivered outstanding smoothness while maintaining component longevity. The EC210 was built with heavy-duty steel, a stiff frame, and an exceptionally strong undercarriage. Operators immediately noticed how stable and balanced the machine felt, even when lifting heavy loads at full reach. This stability is one of the main reasons why older EC210s continue to perform reliably on demanding jobs like rock excavation, loading trucks, and demolition. Volvo used premium hydraulic pumps and motors, designed for efficiency and long service life rather than raw aggression. This engineering approach resulted in machines that didn't overheat, didn't blow seals easily, and didn't lose performance under continuous load. Even today, an old EC210 idles and operates more smoothly than many new machines overloaded with electronics. From a maintenance perspective, older EC210 models are beautifully designed. Access panels are wide, the engine compartment is uncluttered, and hoses are logically arranged. Volvo understood that downtime kills profitability, so they designed the machine to be fixable by any experienced mechanic, not just dealership technicians with specialized laptops. Another reason older EC210 remain popular is their fuel efficiency. These models were designed to burn less fuel than competitors without sacrificing power, a balance that few modern excavators achieve. They also have one of the most comfortable cabs of their era, which reduces operator fatigue over long shifts. Because Volvo has a strong global presence, and because these models were widely exported, parts are still easy to obtain. Many contractors specifically search for older EC210 units because they trust them more than newer versions that rely heavily on electronics. Overall, the older EC210 combines strength, simplicity, and reliability, making it a perfect example of an old excavator that can outperform newer, more complicated models. Number 5. Liebherr R934, R944. Liebherr excavators have always been known for two things: exceptional build quality and extreme durability. The older R9XX series, especially models like the Liebherr R934 and R944, have become legendary among operators who demand machines that survive the harshest environments. Whether it's quarrying, mining, demolition, or heavy construction, these excavators were engineered to endure conditions that destroy most machines. The first thing that stands out about these Liebherr models is their massively overbuilt structure. The boom, stick, and undercarriage components are significantly heavier and stronger than many competing excavators of the same tonnage. Liebherr machines were designed with thicker steel reinforcements, stronger welds, and high-performance components that simply don't fail easily. This allows old R934 and R944 units to maintain stability and lifting power even after years of abuse. The hydraulic system on these machines is equally impressive. Liebherr's hydraulic engineering is world-class, delivering smooth, powerful digging force while protecting internal components from heat and wear. These excavators maintain consistent performance even under long, heavy-duty work cycles, something that modern machines often struggle with due to their lightweight construction and complicated electronic management. One more reason these old Liebherrs outperform many new machines is the brand's focus on longevity rather than cost-cutting. During the era when these excavators were manufactured, Liebherr produced many of their own components in-house, including engines, hydraulics, and pumps. This vertical integration ensured excellent product quality and long service life. Maintenance is straightforward, though parts are slightly more expensive compared to Asian brands. But the trade-off is worth it because Liebherr components typically last far longer. For contractors who prioritize reliability over initial purchase cost, these excavators are a smart investment. Today, many R934 and R944 units are still found in mines, quarries, and construction fleets around the world, proving that when it comes to durability, old Liebherr machines stand in a league of their own. Number 6. JCB JS Series. The JCB JS Series, especially models like the JS205 and JS220, represents one of the most durable and operator-friendly excavator families ever built. These machines were engineered during a time when JCB focused heavily on structural integrity, hydraulic simplicity, and low-cost servicing. As a result, older JS machines continue working flawlessly in places where newer excavators struggle with electronic overcomplexity and delicate components. One of the defining strengths of the JS series is its robust reinforced mainframe. JCB used high-tensile steel, a strong swing frame design, and thick boom sections to ensure that these machines could handle demanding applications, from rock excavation and road construction to demolition and loading operations. Even after years of heavy-duty work, many JS machines retain excellent structural geometry, which keeps the digging accuracy and lifting performance intact. The Isuzu-powered variants of the JS series further strengthened their reliability reputation. These engines are known for smooth performance, excellent fuel efficiency, and near-zero electronic complications, a big advantage over modern engines that depend heavily on emission control systems, DPF filters, and complex fuel injection computers. Hydraulically, the JS series is appreciated for its predictable response and simple hose layout. JCB's hydraulic circuits were designed to minimize heat generation, which greatly extends the life of pumps, valves, and seals. Operators also love the balanced feel of the joysticks, which deliver precision without fatigue. Where JCB really shines is serviceability. Almost every critical component – filters, fuel pump, hydraulic pump, swing motor, batteries, and hoses – is placed for fast access. Mechanics can perform servicing without dismantling half the machine, drastically reducing downtime. Because JCB sells heavily in Asia, Africa, and Europe, Parts availability remains excellent, and aftermarket support is widespread. These factors make older JS machines far more dependable than many new excavators with fragile wiring systems or sensor-driven hydraulics. A JS205 or JS220 with proper maintenance can easily exceed 15,000 to 20,000 hours, making it one of the most cost-effective excavators to own even today. Number 7. Kobelco SK200 Series. The Kobelco SK200 series is a legend in the excavator world, especially across Asia and the Middle East. These machines gained their reputation through reliability, incredible fuel efficiency, and a hydraulic system considered one of the most durable ever built. Kobelco designed the SK200 with a focus on real-world productivity rather than chasing marketing specifications, and that decision continues to pay off decades later. One of the biggest advantages of the SK200 is its extraordinarily efficient hydraulic system. Kobelco is known for designing pumps that deliver powerful digging forces while maintaining very low fuel consumption. Even today, contractors are shocked at how little fuel these older machines burn compared to modern excavators equipped with electronically regulated engines. This fuel savings translates directly into massive long-term cost reductions. Structurally, the SK200 series features a rigid upper frame, thick undercarriage plates, and high-quality linkages that resist long-term wear. Kobelco excavators are also famous for their incredibly smooth operation. Operators love how effortlessly the boom and bucket responds, even on older machines with high hours. Another major reason these machines run better than newer excavators is their minimal reliance on electronics. The older SK200 relies mainly on mechanical engine controls and straightforward hydraulic logic. No complex sensors, no fragile software, no overheating ECUs, just solid engineering that functions reliably in dusty, muddy, and high-temperature environments. Kobelco machines are also extremely quiet, thanks to excellent engine insulation and refined pump performance. This makes long shifts more comfortable for operators, and many prefer these older machines for their smoothness and low vibration levels. Parts availability is excellent since Kobelco has a huge global presence, and the SK200 series was produced in very large numbers. Mechanics everywhere know how to repair them, and component interchangeability across variants makes maintenance easy. Overall, the Kobelco SK200 series represents the perfect blend of low fuel cost, long-lasting hydraulics, reliable mechanics, and excellent operator comfort, making these older units more valuable than many modern machines. Number 8. Case New Holland CX210. The Case and New Holland CX210 series, two machines that share similar engineering due to their brand partnership, stand out as some of the most dependable mid-size excavators of the 2000s. Contractors who own these machines swear by their smooth performance, low operating cost, and nearly indestructible components. Even today, many CX210 units are still active on construction sites, pipeline jobs, and forestry operations because they simply refuse to quit. One of the most impressive aspects of the CX210 is its extremely smooth hydraulic system. Case designed the hydraulics to balance power and finesse, allowing operators to perform precise tasks such as fine grading, trench shaping, and utility work without sacrificing digging force. Many operators say the CX210 feels like an extension of your hand, which is the highest praise an excavator can get. The CX210 also shines in terms of structural durability. The frame is reinforced, the boom is thickly built, and the undercarriage is designed for long-term reliability. Even in rocky environments, the machine rarely develops cracks or pin wear prematurely. Another major advantage is the Isuzu engine used in many CX210 models. These engines are famous for long-life, cool running temperatures and straightforward maintenance. Unlike modern engines loaded with emissions equipment, the older Isuzu engines are almost impossible to kill and don't suffer from the electronic vulnerabilities found in modern machines. Mechanics appreciate the CX210 for its easy service access. The engine compartment is roomy, hoses are logically arranged, and hydraulic components are accessible without major disassembly. This helps keep maintenance simple and cost-effective, a major reason these machines stay in fleets longer than expected. Parts availability is strong thanks to CNH's global network, and aftermarket suppliers carry nearly every major component. Combined with low operating hours and predictable wear patterns, the CX210 has earned its place as one of the best old excavators that can outperform modern equivalents on reliability and long-term durability. Number 9. Doosan DX225 and older Daewoo models. Doosan, previously Daewoo, excavators, especially the DX225 and older Solar 220 series, are widely respected for offering powerful, rugged machines at an affordable price. While some premium brands focused on advanced tech, Doosan focused on simple, hard-working excavators that get the job done with minimal drama. These machines quickly became favorites in rental fleets, small construction companies, and heavy-duty operations like quarrying and demolition. The DX225 is particularly appreciated for its strong digging power and sturdy hydraulic components. Doosan pumps are known for durability and consistent force delivery even as the machine ages. The boom and stick designs are strong enough to handle rocky terrain, deep trenching, and heavy lifting without structural issues. One of the biggest advantages of Doosan machines is their low maintenance cost. Parts are widely available, affordable, and easy to install. Because many Doosan excavators share components across models, mechanics can diagnose and repair issues quickly. This keeps downtime minimal and operating costs extremely low. The engines used in these machines, often Doosan or Cummins depending on variant, are extremely reliable with minimal electronic complexity. They aren't as fuel efficient as some competitors, but they are built to last, and they rarely suffer from sensor failures or ECU issues. In regions where dust, mud, heat, and rough operators destroy modern excavators with sensitive electronics, old Doosan machines continue working reliably. This is why so many DX225 and Solar 220 units remain active in Africa, the Middle East, Asia, and Eastern Europe. The simple design, rugged components, affordable spare parts, and reputation for reliability make the DX225 one of the best old excavators, still outperforming many newer models from competing brands. Number 10. Sumitomo Hyundai. Other proven classic. Beyond the major brands, several highly underrated excavators have proven themselves over decades, especially older models from Sumitomo, Hyundai, Mitsubishi, and even early Chinese manufacturers that copied Japanese platforms. These machines often fly under the radar, but operators who use them know how tough and dependable they are. The Sumitomo SH200 and SH210 series are perfect examples. Known for exceptional hydraulic efficiency and simple mechanical components, these excavators are incredibly smooth to operate and surprisingly easy to maintain. Sumitomo's collaboration with hydraulic giant Kawasaki gave these machines highly reliable pumps that often last as long as the machines themselves. Older Hyundai excavators, especially the R210 and R250 series, are beloved for their strong build quality and surprisingly long engine life. These machines were built before Hyundai shifted toward electronics-heavy designs, which means older models are nearly bulletproof. Many contractors prefer these older Hyundais because they offer excellent value for money and consistent performance in harsh environments. Even early Chinese-built excavators, particularly those built under licensed Japanese designs, have proven to be extremely durable. Brands like Yuchai and Sany in their early years focused heavily on copying proven engineering rather than reinventing the wheel. This gave their older models reliable engines, simple hydraulics, and easy-to-replace components. All these underrated machines share one major advantage: simplicity. They rely on solid steel, straightforward engineering, and components that are easy to replace. No complex emission systems, no finicky sensors, and no expensive diagnostics, just pure mechanical reliability. For contractors working in long shifts, remote areas, or harsh environments, these machines are often more valuable than brand-new excavators overflowing with electronics. Their reliability, affordability, and proven track record make them true old-school champions. These excavators weren't just built to work, they were built to last. Decades later, they're still proving that reliability isn't measured in years, it's measured in what a machine can survive. Which one of these old legends impressed you the most? Drop your pick in the comments below. If you love unstoppable machines, heavy-duty stories, and real engineering that stands the test of time, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos just like this. Thanks for watching. And remember, they don't build them like they used to.